There's a reason why classics continue to stand the test of time. Whether it's because of a strong aesthetic use of atmosphere, such as the nonsensical parade of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, subtle themes such as those of sexuality, gender, and existence that are pervasive to Shakespeare's work, or feelings that the author might be trying to instill in the reader, powerlessness in Gothic horror, sympathy in Dickens' work. There is generally always an assurance that some aspect of the classic novel in question is relevant to today's time, or so evocative in style that many works of writing later built upon it. Even the tried-and-true nonfiction self-help books, like Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People or Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, are worth reading because of their status as classics alone. Their popularity works to ensure that their advice is sound. Relating to the last point, reading classic poetry and taking the time to analyze rhythm and the rhyme scheme can help you apply some new ideas to your own songs. I'm not saying to copy lines and use those, but maybe take a look at the amount of syllables in each line. Maybe consider how the syllables work as well. For instance, many classic poems use iambic pentameter, in which there's 5 unstressed syllables followed by 5 stressed syllables. An example would be, alone with every fear can curse your dreams. In contemporary poetry, free verse, or blank verse as it's sometimes called, is increasingly popular. This is where a poem has no rhyme scheme and may not even have any other structural limitations. While this can create a different effect for the poem's impact, it may not be useful to you as a songwriter, but it may be. Don't be afraid to try new things. The more you read, the better you write, and your writing style may naturally emulate the type of writing that you read the most. Many classic works tend to skew away from being too straightforward in their writing style in favor of more verbosity. If you consistently expose yourself to a stronger vocabulary, you're bound to remember a few standout words or writing techniques. This is technically true with contemporary writing as well. This point is not only useful to creative writers. If you're a student, you write essays all the time. If you work in an office, you've probably sent a lot of emails or memos, and the hobby of reading in general can help you passively develop a skill that's helpful for many different facets of life. The closest thing to a time machine that we have today, that we know about, is literature. If you read a classic, you are obtaining insight into the thinking, customs, and society of the time and place in which the book in question first released. This is important because it can sometimes help us remember how far humanity has come in certain areas, and that in many other ways we are the same as people in past areas. We experience similar anxieties, desires, prejudices, and understandings of how the world works at different stages of life. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.